Welcome to the Family Man Preparedness channel. We're going to do one of our first gear reviews today. So this one is obviously going to be here on the Katadyn Basecamp Pro 10-liter water filter. I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing and just check it out. And as the summer progresses, I'm planning on using this quite a bit, so I'll send either some update videos out or perhaps I'll even wait to post this. But this product has been out for a while now, I believe a couple years. There was a previous version of the Katadyn Basecamp. I believe they just called it the Basecamp. This one is the new updated version called the Pro. So from what I could see, two major differences. One was the window where you can actually see the water level in the bag, and the other one is the super fast filter. So this one is supposed to have, I believe they say something like a four times faster flow rate and a longer life. The advantages to this sort of a filter is really for filtering water for small groups, your family, something besides just yourself. So it's pretty small. I mean, you can see my hand in relation to this. It's a pretty small box. It's obviously going to be smaller when I open it up, but let's get to the unboxing. All right, let's open it up. Let's see what's in here. All right, let's see. So I literally have not opened this. I do not know what's in it exactly. All right, so looks like, here we go. Basecamp Pro. But yeah, let's just dig into this thing here. So we see here immediately right off the bat, this is the filter. This is the Ultra Flow filter, Swiss made. This is supposed to be, I believe this is more of your debris net. This is supposed to be able to slide off and you can clean it off. And one of the nice things about this filter is that you're supposed to pretty much be able to dip this bag right into your water source, whether it be a lake, a river, or whatever, stream, and just go. This does have the debris filter, so you don't have to pre-filter your water before you put it in the bag. Pretty neat. All right, let's set that one aside. And here under this flap, this is the cap, and here we have the bag itself. That's actually a pretty decent little carrying case. Some heavy-duty nylon. Yeah, it's a fair quality, it seems. Let's open it up here. All right, so inside we have our 10-liter bag. There we go. Yeah, that is pretty big. Full 10 liters of water is what this is supposed to be. It's what it's designed to hold. You could probably hold a little bit more, but you don't fill it all the way up. You go to this mark. It's probably going to be a little bit hard to see on the camera, but we have a 10-liter mark here, so you do not fill this all the way up. Let me pull back a little bit here so you can see this entire bag. It's pretty big. 10 liters is a lot of water. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, so this is your outlet hose. This is going to connect directly to your lid, which is here. Where did that go? Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. My goodness, I'm a mess. Okay. This is your lid here. Okay, all right, so this is going to be your quick fitting, I believe. Let's see. All right. Well, perhaps I should look at the instructions here. Before I get carried away. One thing I always like to say is that, am I a smart guy? I don't know. I've learned that I'm smart enough to get myself into trouble, right? Looks like in these instructions, it's telling us, well, what is it telling us? Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. This is something I saw when I was researching this. This does not come with the filter, but there is a separate shower adapter available that you can purchase separately. But supposedly what happens is obviously it turns it into a shower, right? But this viewing window that you use to see how much water you actually have in the bag, if you face it towards the sun, it acts as a little greenhouse and will warm up the water in the bag, and then you can have a 10-liter shower if you want. So there's a shower accessory that snaps right onto that cap. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was looking at instructions here. Now, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. This shows an exploded view of how the filter goes together. And let's just follow that. Yeah, okay. So you can see in the bottom of this bag, it's just a big hole. Filter. Okay. So we have a male, female thread right into the cap. Pretty simple. Looks like pretty good plastic as well. It is plastic, it's not, you know, metal, which for this application probably is better. Metal can oxidize and bind when you're working with, you know, water, especially dirty water. Let's make sure that gasket's sitting down in there nicely. Get this lid screwed on. Okay, there we go. So if you can see right there, the filter is in place. The lid is on. Feels tight, feels watertight. This is actually used, I believe, to clean the filter, to wipe off the filter. As long as you keep that filter clean, it's supposed to, I believe, do something like 1,500 gallons before it needs a replacement. I'll find out. If I'm wrong, I'll put that in the section below there. But this obviously would be one of the dirty components. Yeah, okay. So one of the instructions it gives us here is first time use. They want you to flush 2 liters of water through it to make sure all the dust particles are cleaned out of the system. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we are. We're going to fill this thing up. 2 liters of water. Allow it to flush. Now this shouldn't leak out the bottom right away. This nice thing about that quick connect assembly here, that it's not supposed to leak, okay? If the hose is not in, it's supposed to be leak free. It won't flow until you put the hose in, which is why you have the little valve to shut it off as well. But yeah, okay, let's do this. All right, so one of the things I just noticed here is that from around the lid, it just wasn't sealing properly. Perhaps I just don't have it on tight enough. Oh, it's pretty tight. You know what? Let's just check this out here. Perhaps the gasket just wasn't seated properly. We'll check it out. Okay. Maybe it's something to do with the filter as well. I'm not sure. Come on. My gasket appears to be on there correctly. Well, maybe. Maybe it wasn't seated correctly. Okay, so there's a little lip you to watch for. Perhaps that was the issue. All right, let's put this thing back together. Let's try this again. All right, that seems to have fixed it. Just putting that back on there. Okay, now my understanding is to seal this up, it's a bit like a dry bag. Well, almost exactly like a dry bag. Let's do this 2 or 3 times. Lock this up. Okay, and this is a pretty cool feature too. This only comes, I believe, on the bigger 10-liter system. They do make a smaller 6-liter system, but this is a carrying strap that just makes it easier to carry your water source, or your water from your source. Yeah, just makes those trips a bit easier. All right, but let's hang this up. Let's check out that flow rate. All right, so as you can see here, we have the bag hanging from my plum tree in my backyard. Actually, a little over 2 liters. I think I put 3 in. Okay, that's all right. I'm sure that's fine. A little overkill. It's never hurt anybody, right? All right, I was curious here if I haven't drained any of that 3 liters yet. I just want to see if I were to simply hit this guy. Huh, interesting. So that doesn't by itself seem to release any water. So the hose does need to be attached, just FYI. Okay, so as you can see, Got this hooked up here, have the hose hooked up. And it is flowing. Oh, I'm trying to do this one hand here. I'll hold my camera in my other hand. But there we go. Yeah, water's flowing. Now I made a mistake. I want to point this out so you don't make the same. Now, of course, had I read the instructions, probably would have been fine. I'm sure it says this in there. Read the instructions, I guess. All right. My wife, I'm sure, is rolling her eyes if she's watching this. But I put these adapters on first. I thought I could put this valve on second, but it doesn't work that way. You need to put this valve on first and then put the adapters on. I had to cut that off, so I lost, 3/4 of an inch or whatever off my hose. Not too big of a deal, but just don't make the same mistake. All right, that flow actually seems to be going okay. Just 3 liters. That's surprisingly quick, but we'll let this thing flush. We'll actually check out that flow rate, see how it goes. I went ahead and took the liberty of filling this back up here to the full 10 liters and try and fill up a water bottle. Let's check the flow rate on this thing. Here's what I've got. One of these plastic Nalgene type bottles. This one's by Nathan. Let's go ahead and fill it up. Let's fill it up to the 32 ounces. Let's set this thing on the ground. Give this Katadyn the best shot it can at the highest flow rate possible. Let's see how long it takes. All right, 32 ounces. Let's see here. Okay, should be flowing. Stopwatch started. And it is flowing. As you can see, it's getting in there pretty quick. All right, so here we are, just at 12 ounces. $16 ounces, 20 ounces, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and let's see, 32. So by my clock, that was about a minute and 8 seconds. Not too shabby, really. If you've ever used a water filter before, you know how slow and cumbersome they can be. These gravity-fed systems, that's pretty impressive. That's quick. So there we go. 32 ounces of water filtered by gravity in about a minute and 7 seconds. Not too shabby. Now, of course, keep in mind, this did not have sediment in it. This was just municipal water supply. So it is kind of in its most advantageous state right now as far as flow rate is concerned. We'll be experimenting with this more over the summer. I'll test the flow rate as we're out on the trail. We do have a few trips planned. We'll be taking this along with us. I'll keep you updated. But for now, not too bad. I'm impressed with this thing. I'm gonna go dry it out, pack it up, get it ready to go in my bag. Thanks for tuning in.